My name's Juliana, and where do I begin? My husband Craig and I decided to move our lives and our son to the island of Sardinia in Italy, my father's homeland. Join us on our new journey as I share my culture, heritage and passion for all things Simply Sardinian. I have just booked some tickets to go to Germany, so I am going to meet Craig tomorrow in Frankfurt. We're going to have a lovely couple of days there, and then we are going to go to a place called Wolfsburg where my cousins live, and we are going to go there and have a really nice weekend with them. I haven't seen my cousin for about over a year now, so it'll be really good to catch up with her and my other cousin. And yeah, Craig has been away since last week for work, so he's been in Germany anyway. And the house, they have just poured the concrete block this morning, so nothing's really going to happen there over the next few days while the concrete cures. I think that's the word. So why not? So yeah, so I'm off to Germany tomorrow. I will need to go back to the other house and grab a suitcase and get packing and make sure, actually, I need to go and pick up some more jumpers because I know that over there is really quite cold, a lot colder than here. I think there's about a 10-degree difference in the temperature, so I better make sure that I pack all my winter warmers and not these little like vest toppy things that I've got. So yeah, so off to Germany tomorrow. So I have got up really early this morning and I'm all ready to go to Frankfurt and go and meet Craig. So this is the first leg. I'm off to Milan. So welcome to Frankfurt. So I got in not that long ago. I met Craig in the airport and we've actually got a really nice hotel for the next couple of nights. So a well-deserved bit of luxury and a break. So yeah, we're gonna go for dinner, have a drink and head back, have a nice bubble bath and some chocolate, some wine and all the rest of it.
Sounds good, eh?
Mm-hmm.
What have you got there?
It is a mocktail.
What's it called? I knew you'd forget it, that's why I asked. Painter's cocktail.
Smells good though.
Enjoy. So, what do you got?
I have got Frankfurters because I'm in Frankfurt, and potato salad and a glass of German white wine. But I must say, the Italians do wine better.
Not true. Look what I got. German beer and currywurst. Yum. Lecker. Right, what have we got now?
Waffles.
Waffles?
Waffles with cherry and vanilla sauce.
My God, this place is great. Buon appetito.
So we are at the central station in Frankfurt, and we're about to hop on the train and go and see my cousins that I haven't seen for a couple of years now in a town called Wolfsburg. So I'm really excited to see them. I would never have been able to do this living anywhere else. So I suppose that's one of the advantages of being in Europe and being so close to everyone else. I did stop, I haven't had time, typical me, to actually stop and get a gift. So we walked into the train station and there was a big stand of Italian foods and delicacies, and I've actually managed to pick her up some Sardinian pecorino cheese and Sardinian sausage. So come all the way to Frankfurt to buy Sardinian cheese.
It was sold to us by an Albanian.
Yeah, but anyway, multicultural.
Right, here we are. Better go see her.
And this is how a German and an Englishman communicate. God bless Google.
Are you videoing this?
Yes. So we have come out for dinner. It is bitterly cold and really, really foggy. We are going for Greek food in Germany. And it is really good to catch up with my big cousin and her husband that I haven't seen for a while. So yeah, just not used to this bloody cold, because living in Sardinia, obviously it definitely doesn't get as cold as this. Like, I left and it was about 18 degrees and now we are, I think it's 0 degrees just now. So yeah, hopefully we get good food and heat ourselves up.
Help!
Hello from Germany. So this week's video is coming from Germany. Craig and I have managed to get away for a few days, which has been really lovely because we didn't get to go away for an anniversary or over Christmas with having all the kids at home. So we had the opportunity to get a flight and come over, and I suppose that's one of the benefits of living in Sardinia and in Europe, is that we are able to find quite cheap flights actually, and we're just a hop, skip and a jump really to the rest of Europe. So we decided to come over. We've had a couple of days in Frankfurt, which was great. And now we're in a town called Wolfsburg, which is the centre of the Volkswagen factory and where my family live. So it's been really, really nice to catch up with some family that I haven't seen for the past couple of years. I thought I would continue on from last week's video with the Q&A about living in Europe and the whole house building and house purchase process. So there was quite a few questions that were coming in, too many to answer in last week's video. So I thought I would touch on another few on this one, but please keep them coming because some of them are actually really interesting. It makes me have to think as well. Things that now I suppose I just sort of take for take for granted, and I suppose I'm sort of used to the system in a way. Some of the questions have been really good, so please keep them coming in. So one of the questions was from Melissa Montalto, and it was, is it easy to find employment in Europe and Italy? Well, I can only comment really for Italy and not for the whole of Europe. But what has happened in Italy, and seems to be a bit of an issue, is that you have that whole north-south divide. So the north is traditionally more industrial, more built up. You have got the bigger cities like Rome and obviously Milan, which is quite famous for its manufacturing. So a lot of people in the south, younger people in the south, due to a lack of work, will transfer up to the north of Italy, and obviously more industrial cities like Germany, or even over to UK. It's a bit different now, obviously, because of Brexit. But if we're talking about Sardinia, the main industry in Sardinia is really tourism and agriculture. So the tourism industry is obviously a seasonal job, so you might only have work for 3-4 months out of the year, and then obviously in agriculture, unless you want to work in the land or you have family ties to the land, it is quite difficult to find a job all year round. I know that being a part of some of these Facebook groups, expat groups, a lot of people, expats that do tend to live in the island, many of them might have like digital nomad visas, or married to Italians, or have recently moved over from the UK or other parts of Europe, but maybe work for other European companies and British companies, so they're able to work remotely from Italy, and obviously still earn and things from wherever their place of work is. In Europe, I suppose a lot of people go to Spain, Germany, France, Ireland, the UK to look for work, maybe more built up economies and things. But again, it depends what sort of work that you're looking for and what qualifications that you have. So I think that kind of answers that question. So the next question is from Serena Campini, and I do like this question. What is the best wine in Sardinia? All of them, I think. They have a lovely Vermentino, which is a dry white wine. They have a rosé wine called Niedera, and they have a beautiful, rich, full-bodied red wine called Canonau. And these grapes, to make this wine, seem to be indigenous to the actual island. So yeah, all the wines are lovely. You'll need to come over and just sample them all. So the third question from Mattea Finelli. Would you recommend living abroad, the pros and cons? Again, yes, I would recommend it. We have had such an amazing couple of days being here in Germany. It was such an easy journey to make. We got on the flight at Cagliari, we went to Milan, and then from Milan over to Frankfurt, it was an hour and 20 minutes. And it, like, I can only compare it to living in Australia, and obviously I wouldn't be in another country in Australia if I travelled an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, I really enjoy living in Europe, and being so close to so many other cultures and languages and countries, it is really cool. It's not expensive at all to travel. Excuse me. We have all the budget airlines, EasyJet, Ryanair, there's some Spanish ones out there, German ones. So it is very easy to travel in Europe when you're in Europe. So that is one of the pros. One of the cons of living abroad, well, I suppose it comes down to family and friends that you have left over the other side. But hopefully we are going to have lots of visitors out this year during the summertime. So yeah, if anyone wants to come and visit, I suppose they can have a beautiful holiday in Europe and come and visit me. But yeah, so I think I've answered the question. This week's video has been a little bit different. It certainly wasn't planned to do a video from Germany. But yeah, it's the way it's just worked out. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed a little different video, and yeah, keep the questions coming. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Ciao.